Happy Memorial Day, everybody. We've got Monday Night Raw, the beginning of it here on May 30th, 2016. Kicks off with Shane McMahon and Stephanie McMahon. And they make a blockbuster, gigantic WWE Universe shattering, shaking announcement, which if you've been on social media at all, as of last week, I believe it was like Wednesday or Thursday, they made a major announcement that SmackDown is moving to Tuesday nights. It will be live. There will be a brand split. There will be it will be both shows are going to be different from each other, which I think is awesome. I'm glad they're going back to that because personally, like at first when they announced they were going to the Super Show where everybody was going to be in Raw and SmackDown, I was excited. But then after a couple of weeks, I was like, oh man, like that. It just was like, my first feeling was kind of like, I don't know, like I'll give it a chance, and then a couple of weeks, I was like, oh, this sucks because it's just SmackDown was, a lot of forgettableness, like main event and superstars. It's like SmackDown's supposed to be an A+ show, and now it's going to be brought back to that prestige and brought back to the level of it used to be before spoilers, because there will be no more spoilers for SmackDown. It'll be happening live and going down as it happens. It's going to have their own roster for Raw and SmackDown, their own, general manager, person in charge of Raw and SmackDown, separate from each other from what it seems. I'm going to be doing a full video on how, if I was Vince, Shane, Stephanie, Triple H, whoever's in charge, how I would do it, how I would do Raw and SmackDown, and who would be on what roster, about world titles and so forth. There's also news going on around NXT as well right now because NXT was supposed to be called Revenge and now it's called The End. But does it mean that that's the end of NXT? Does this brand split means the end of NXT and everyone from NXT is coming up and it's going to be a different show on Wednesday nights on the WWE Network? What's going to happen with that? It's going to be interesting. It would be awesome if everybody on the NXT roster that's active was in the draft, like they do a draft on Raw prior to or they do a special event on a Sunday night prior to Raw and SmackDown going their separate ways, that they do a draft. Hopefully it's the Monday before that whole thing goes into play. They do a draft on Monday Night Raw where Stain and Stephanie, one's going to control Raw, one's going to control SmackDown. They pull a lever, and then it shows one of them gets Raw, one of them gets SmackDown, and then they pull a lever and then see who gets who, and then one of them's going to get the world champion. And then, the NXT champion should go to the other show, and that be the main championship of that show. And then the NXT champion, I'm going on and on about how I do it. But anyways, so this is pretty awesome. Hit the like button if you think it's awesome that WWE SmackDown is going to be going live July 19th, 2016, and the brand split and all that stuff. It's going to be pretty awesome. And then, that was pretty cool. So hit that like button, leave me a comment with your thoughts and opinions. Subscribe to Crazy Joe's Galaxy. Thanks for watching. Hope you're having a good Memorial Day here. Got my USA glasses on for Memorial Day. Thanks for watching.